So we have a new reality show on the horizon. We have a brand new review on the horizon, and we're right back to where we started. We're here for Candy in the gang. So let's hear what I got to say about this show. Let's get into it, y'all. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for our new review for a new show called Kandi and the Gang. It's a Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker spinoff, which is airing on Bravo every Saturday at 9, 8 Central Time. Okay, I was going to wait until later on today to do this review after I got off of work, but being that I don't want to wait too long to do the review and I want to get it while it's hot because I couldn't do it last night. I'm doing it right now. Okay. So, yes, you're going to get this review plus two other videos with Yes for the Mess involved in it. Okay. So, yes, you're getting three videos today. Three videos today. Okay. Now, I must say that everybody knows that Kandi Burruss is one of my all-time favorite housewives from the Atlanta franchise. It always went like this. It's Kandi first, and then I would probably say Nene second. It may not seem that way, but I started off loving Nene. The only thing about it is I am going to call Nene out on her BS. That's the only thing about it. But other than that, those were my top two girls, Kandi and Nene. Okay. So I was very excited when I heard about her getting her own show because her spinoffs in the past were always great, except for the Candy Factory and except for Candy Coated Nights. Both of those were terrible. But however, her wedding special was great, and Candy's ski trip was also entertaining. And Candy has a great supporting cast around her. Like you have Don Juan, you have Carmen, you have Mama Joyce and the aunties, you got the cousins. Most people that's around Candy are TV ready, so her spinoffs will always be fantastic. Okay, so coming into this, I was wondering how it was going to be because it's mainly about her restaurant. So, that's pretty much what I was getting into. I was just like, okay, so what they're going to talk about. And on top of that, me and the guys came together, went to Atlanta, and we visited the OLG too. So at the end of the review, I'm going to give you my opinion about what the experience of OLG was. But before we even get into the review and what happened on the show, let's get into some promotions about what's coming up on the Scotty by Nature TV channel. Let's get into that first. All right, and those are two of the things that I have coming up on my channel. Now, the first thing is the Whether You Like It or Not Season 3 panel. We will be discussing the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives, okay? And the panel will be me, Terrence, Josiah, Yarel, Brandy, Sakina, and Really Be TV. We will be talking about the Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives, and I think that we will start this panel again in May, okay? Only because the Housewives of Atlanta is the only one of the shows that's giving us an air date. Basketball Wives hasn't given us anything, not even a trailer. They ain't even gave us a date yet. So at this point, we're gonna go with May the 2nd is when the panel is coming back. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something else. Josiah will be a main panelist. He will be on the panel, but he will not be on the panel as much this season due to everything else that he got going on outside of YouTube. He won't be able to appear on the Whether You Like It or Not panel as much as he normally would. But he would definitely be appearing mostly on Roaster Review and Boys Night Out. But as far as Whether You Like It or Not panel, which comes on Monday nights, he won't be able to be there as much. But he will be there, but not as much as you normally would see him. The second thing is the influence with myself and Reggie. It will be a 10-week show. It's a musical show. We'll be discussing nothing but music. It will be a weekend show. And I'm looking at it to come out on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. That's what I'm looking at. It's going to be like a weekend show. and it's going to be, I have like maybe 2 guests in mind for this show. So, like I said, it's 10 weeks, and we're going to see how it does, okay? And next thing up is Boys Night Out, okay? We will be returning this week, but not in a regular panel show. We will be returning with the vlog, okay? So the vlog is coming out first. So we're gonna get into the vlog, like we documented us, um, having a good time, meeting with each other in Atlanta, hanging out, doing all those great things. So we're gonna put that out there first, so you guys can see how we bonded while we were in Atlanta. And then after that, in 2 weeks, we'll have the brand new episode. Depending on how I feel, I might just bring it back next week instead of 2 weeks from now, because we've been with our boys and not for way too long. So I just put out the vlog first, and then we'll get into the show coming back probably next week. I'll probably get us back together next week instead of 2 weeks from now, because we didn't had a long break. I think it's time to get back to work. Okay, so Boys Night Out will be back either. I know we'll be back this week with the vlog, but an actual show will probably be either next week or the week after that. Okay, and last things last, roasted review. Me, Terrence, and Josiah will be bringing back roasted review, and we will be talking about the show that I'm reviewing right now, which is Kandi and the Gang. And I know that Love and Marriage Huntsville comes out within 2 weeks, and that will also be a part of Roasted Review. And Roasted Review starts again on Wednesday at 8/7 Central, right here on Scotty by Nature TV. Next week, it will be on Terrence's channel, and the week after that, it will be on Josiah's channel. Okay, so that's all of the promotions that I got that's for the things that's coming up on my channel this spring. Okay. Now, let's get into the review. So, like I said, this episode really wasn't as eventful, but I'm guessing because they were introducing the people and we had to know who the personalities were and everything else. So, we meet Philip. Philip is fine as fuck. Just letting you guys know that he's fine as hell. And he's very serious, very business minded, very oriented. Okay. Now, he has a background in the restaurant industry, but he's had a background in more high end restaurants, so to speak. Not trying to say that the OLG is ghetto, but it's ghetto. That's basically what he's saying. But that's pretty much what it was, okay? But he used to be at Blaze. He was running Blaze, but they got him at OLG to kind of help them get it back up and running, because apparently the OLG has been going through a whole lot of things, okay? Which they have been, okay? They've had bad health inspections. They've had bad weights, you know what I mean? And I actually talked about one of the health inspections on an up and coming Yes for the Mess today. So yes, I talked about that already. So yeah, that like they've had they've had bad reviews about the staff and all of that stuff. So it ain't been that good for the Kandi and the Gang, okay? So she's bringing this dude here so he can try to help them fix things around, which I don't see nothing wrong with. I mean, you got him there to help y'all fix some shit around, so let him come around and help y'all fix some shit around. It is what it is. Y'all need it, period, okay? So then we got Don Juan. Now, y'all know me and Terrence love us some Don Juan. I know a lot of y'all don't like Don Juan, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Don Juan is a nice looking man. He is a nice looking man. I know some of y'all be looking at us crazy when we say he's a nice looking man, but Don Juan is a nice looking man. Y'all can't tell me nothing different. He's a nice looking man. But he's there to help them out with OLG as well. And Kandi has some hire to do some other things in her career, but not for OLG. But being that OLG needs all the damn help that they can get, he's there to help them out. And yeah. So then Kandi, Todd, Don Juan, and Philip, they all come together to discuss Philip's role at the restaurant. And they're basically saying that he's there to whip them back into shape. He's there to get things in order because he has those credentials to get things in order. And Philip said the only issues that he has with certain people is that they don't want to do their work. They want to feel like they run stuff, and they don't want to listen, and they don't want to do this, and they don't want to do that. And as a person that was a manager, you don't want to deal with people with that kind of attitude. If I'm here to whip you into shape, or if I'm here to run shit, if I'm here to be a shift leader, you got to do what I say. It's not about what you want to do. You got to do what the hell I say do, because it's my job to tell you what to do. Now, I'm not trying to run you. I ain't trying to boss you around. But my nigga, you got to listen to what I'm saying. You got to do what I tell you to do. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. So at the end of the day, you got to listen to Philip with his fine ass. That's what you got to do. And I can already tell by watching this show, some of these girls don't, some of these girls has an issue with authority and they need to check that at the door. Period. They got to check that at the door because when you're working somewhere, you're gonna have authority somewhere. Now, I don't have an issue with authority because again, I've been authority before. I've been a manager before, and I've never had no complaints about me as a manager. The people that worked up under me, they never had an issue with nothing that I did because I was doing my job. Not only was I doing my job, I was very fair with them, and I never talked to them like they were my slaves or my peasants. They helped me out for what I needed them to help me out with, and I always gave them that utmost respect. The same way I do with my moderators. Okay. Now I've decided at this point in time, not that it has anything to do with the show, but I'm using my moderators as an example. My moderators help me out on my channel. My moderators make sure that the pest is out. They make sure they clean everything up. So at this point in time, what I've decided to do is because I don't have all of their cash apps, I only have two of my moderators' cash apps, and I'm working on getting them all. But what I decided to do was I'm going to compensate my moderators with a little something. It may not be a lot of money because, bitch, I ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? I still got bills to pay and I still got a lot of work to do before my YouTube channel is where I need it to be financially. Yes, it pays me. Yes, it's some decent money. Yes, it is it's like my cushion when I'm hitting on hard times. It helps me out a whole lot. But I feel like my moderators do such a well job that I decide to pay them a little something, give them a little bit of appreciation. And I've decided that I'm gonna do this either every month or every other month. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do it when they least expect it. So that's what I've decided to do for my moderators. Show them a little bit of respect, show them some appreciation for the things that they do for me. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, I don't have all their cash apps, but I'm gonna try to work on getting everybody's cash app. That's a moderator. You know what I'm saying? So I can compensate them for the things that they do. You know what I mean? Just to show them a little appreciation. Like get you some lunch or go to a high end or something, get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person I am. I like to give people their just due. You know what I mean? So we're introduced to Chandrika and Dom Unique. Ghetto. You remember that song? You know you ghetto. Yes, that song is very much so personified right now. Okay. Chandrika got a bad attitude. She just got a bad attitude. Now she's the hostess, and I could tell that she's one of the ones that they had the worst reviews about because her attitude is filthy. It's fucked up and it's filthy. Don't nobody want to deal with her and that messed up ass attitude. I'm just gonna be all the way 100% honest with you. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Nobody wants to. Period. Nobody want to deal with that shit. Nobody. Um, not Chandrika, Dumb Unique is a dancer. Now she dances for Megan Thee Stallion and all that other stuff, and she likes the fact that she got a job where she can go out and dance, do her thing, and then come back and still have a job. Okay, and then Kandi said she's a dancer, but she values her dancing over the OLG, which is probably the facts because I mean it is what it is. And another thing too, if I'm not mistaken, Philip was working with Blaze, and then I think it's either Philip or Brandon. He was working with Blaze, and then when he came over to OLG, his pay went down. That's some BS. We introducing Brandon. Brandon is a nice looking guy. He act like he on the spectrum, but he's a nice looking guy, and all that other stuff, right? So then, like I said, Kandi need to do better with paying folks because it's like what I will say is that this show is really exposing how you really are when it comes down to your business and how you treat your employees and your staff, and it's not looking too good for you. And I'm wondering if this was a good idea for you to do this show. And it's like all these people have left in the past, but now they're coming back when the camera's rolling. So are they really coming back to the show, coming back to the restaurant because they really want their job back and they love the experience, or are they really back to get some camera time and get an extra check for being on the show? Is that what they're coming back for? Because it don't look too good to have all them people leaving you and now they want to come back when the cameras roll. You need to look into that, Kandi, because at the end of the day, why decrease they pay? Like he made more money at Blaze, but he come to OLG and you bring his pay down. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. And y'all know that I love me some Kandi and Ty. Y'all know I do. And people love to try to say I'm riding their imaginary dicks and shit like that, child. But baby, please, okay? Just because I like somebody and I ride with a person so hard, that don't mean I'm riding them. I'm just saying that I like their ass. But yes, just because I like them, it don't mean that I can't call them out on their BS. And that is BS. Like, you gonna decrease the dude pay when he come over there and help you out? No. The fuck? Okay. So we got the aunties in the building, child. You got the aunties, and the aunties is there, and let me tell y'all, I love me some Auntie Bertha. I don't care what nobody say. Auntie Bertha look bothered and in distress and mad and pissed off every time I see her. But it really don't matter because I enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy every second of it. It really don't even matter to me. I love me some Auntie Bertha. That woman is something serious with herself. Period. She really is, but I don't have a problem with it. She is what she is, you know. Auntie Nora, she's probably the sweetest one out of the three. They all say that they say we are not a gang. No, the producer was like, "Are you three women? Are you guys a gang?" And Auntie Bertha was like, "No." And then Auntie Nora was like, "No, we not a gang." And then they was like, "We go to church every Sunday." And then Joyce said, "Except me." I'm like, bitch, I don't go to church every Sunday either. I don't remember the last time I went to church, because Kroger and YouTube got me busy, so I don't never get a chance to go to church, honey. I never get a chance to go to church. However, I said, these women finna give us what we need, baby. Okay, so then Kandi has a meeting with the gang, and they introduce Philip to the gang, and she basically tells Philip, tells the gang what Philip is here to do, and that's to help them out. Now, Chandrika is sitting there saying she does not like Philip. I don't like Philip. I don't like Philip. I don't fuck with Philip. It's just this and that. I don't. So while they having a meeting, you got people waiting outside. Now the line long as hell. Now the people outside waiting in the hot ass sun, waiting on you to open up your doors to the store. And you ain't doing nothing. You just sitting up there running your mouth with these folks when you need to be out there trying to. Y'all should have had that meeting early in the morning. I remember when I used to work at Dollar General, the store used to open at 8 o'clock. And when we would have a store meeting, we all had to be there like at 5:30 in the morning to have the store meeting before the store opened. That's why the night before we made sure the shit was clean so we wouldn't have to worry about it the next morning because we knew we had a store meeting. You know what I'm saying? So it used to be what it was, but y'all still having a meeting. Y'all got to clean up and shit like that. And now the restaurant is opening almost an hour late. That's not good and it's unprofessional as hell. So, Kandi, you need to do something about that because, like I said, this ain't making you look too good now. It really ain't. Okay? So then Don Juan notices that Chandrika was was giving attitude the entire time they was introducing Philip, and she said she don't like him. So then he set them up to talk. And Chandrika was like, I don't like you. And then Philip said, the problem is you think you run stuff, but you really don't. And I'm like, and she said she don't like his attitude, but baby girl, I don't like your attitude either. And you're getting on my nerves. If I was Philip, I would have sent your ass home too. My thing about this is you don't want to you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. And then you got Kandi in your back pocket because Kandi keep you around so hard because she sees the loyalty in you and she sees this and she sees that. And it's just like, girl, she sees you for your loyalty. It ain't about your workload. It ain't about what you bring to the company. It's about the fact that you have been around her the longest. So, of course, she's going to deal with your BS. No, and that's not the way you should be, Kandi. It need to be about the work. It need to be about what she brings to the restaurant. She don't bring nothing but a bad wig and a bad attitude. That's what she brings. And I agree with everything that Ty says. It's not about favoritism because a person been with you for a long time. It's about what they bringing, and she ain't bringing nothing. So she shouldn't even be. That's why she walking around here with the attitude that she got, and that's why she feel like she can say do whatever she want to do when it come down to it. And Philip is her authority, so that's why he sent her ass home. I would send her home too. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Don't nobody got time for Chandrika and her attitude, period. And Kandi, the girl already got a bad rep with the customers anyway. Have you not seen your Yelp reviews and your reviews on what is it, on Google? She got a bad attitude. You need to work on that instead of trying to keep her at bay only because she's doing what she's doing, staying loyal to your company and doing this and doing that. She's not that loyal if she's making you look bad. So no, send her ass home, Philip. I agree with everything that you said. So Kandi gets with the old lady gang to ask them for their opinion on the employees. Now Bertha says, oh, so Kandi was like, okay, Bertha, what do you think of the employees? Well, in my opinion, none of these employees are worth a damn. Girl. I was like, leave it to Auntie Bertha to not mince words. Leave it to Auntie Bertha for her to keep it all the way 100. She said they don't give a damn about this place. They ain't worth a damn. Okay. So then it got to Mama Joyce, and she was like, "Okay, Mama, what do you think?" I just think that they don't care. I mean, that's just what I think. I just think that they don't care. They don't care nothing about this place. I mean, they don't care. They don't care. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Then Aunt Nora even said they don't do nothing. They don't care about nothing. Like they don't do nothing. Okay. So all three of those aunties is saying these folks don't do nothing. You need to get some new people because your employees are not worth a damn. They don't care about what you got going on. They're just here for the look and for the check. That's what they're here for. They don't care about the work. They don't care about none of that. So if all your aunties is saying that, and then you got these reviews from your people that comes in to the restaurant to eat and they talk about your staff, that means you either need to clean house and get rid of some of them, or you need to whip them into shape and tell them what they need to do to keep their job. Because you can't have all these bad reviews on your people that work with you. Like you can't do that. The people that work for you got to be on point in order for you to keep your restaurant going. That's just real shit, period. Okay. So then we're introduced to Torin. He was the event planner for the OLG, and they used to have like the OLG reunion nights where they would have customer appreciation. They'll throw a big party and invite people out and all that other stuff. And I think that that's cute. I think you should have customer appreciation because a lot of us that work in a retail place or some people that work in the fast food industry, they're not appreciated. And like I was telling somebody yesterday when I was over my friend's house, I was telling them like working in retail is stressful and working in retail is terrible and working in retail would do a lot to your mental health. It really does because people don't realize that it would do a lot to your mental health, but they don't really care. It's all about what they want and how they want it and all of that other stuff. And I just think that it's beyond crazy and ridiculous. They don't care about how they make you feel. You got to deal with people's attitudes, different personalities, folks and their problems that ain't got nothing to do with you all day, every day. It's a bit much. And I'll be glad when I come up out of that, which I ain't got long. This is my last year at Kroger. Period. Okay, so as the people are eating, the lights go out. And I was over it at that point. It's like, girl, the lights go out. And so it's kind of like, girl, why you don't have no generator? Like, Philip was like, the lights are out and they won't be back on for the next 2 to 3 hours. And Candy was like, are you for real? And he was like, yeah. So then that's when Candy was like, well, yeah, the lights do go out a lot in this area. Okay, so if the lights go out a lot in this area, why won't you get two generators? If you know that happens a lot, what the fuck make you think anybody want to come up in that small ass restaurant and eat in the dark and when it's hot as hell up in there? Because without lights and electricity, you ain't got no air. So what make you think that your customers want to sit and eat in the dark in the daytime with no air? And Todd gonna say, I mean, we could go out and get a generator. It will be easier for us to go out and get a generator, but I just feel like it's too much. And the lights being out for 2 to 3 hours doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter what bothers you. It's about what bothers the customer. Are you fucking serious? This shit really coming out of your mouth? You're showing how much you don't care about your customers. You're showing how much you don't care about what your customers feel and what they think. And you're showing your unprofessionalism. It's not looking too good for y'all. And I don't know if this show was a good idea for y'all. But at least y'all keeping it real. At least y'all not, you know, smoothing it all over because y'all gotten some bad press about y'all restaurant. So at least y'all not trying to bypass it like it ain't never happened. I can give y'all that, but they ain't looking too good for y'all. But before we get up out of here, let me tell y'all what I experienced at the OLG. Let me tell y'all what I experienced because me, Josiah, and Maddie and Jamar, we went to the OLG. We did not go to the original location that they're filming the show at. We went to the one in East Point. And I remember them opening up that particular location on season 11 of Housewives of Atlanta. So first of all, our waiter was nice. He was very nice. He worked his ass off for them tips. He was nice. Um, the greens was on point. The macaroni and cheese was on point. And the Tide, I know the drink that me, Josiah, and Jamar had, it was like a drink that was named after Tide. So we had the drinks, the alcoholic beverages was great. You know, I love me a good drink at a restaurant, honey. So that was good. Now the fried chicken, it's a little dry. You know, it left a lot to be desired. It wasn't bad, like I could eat it, but it was kind of dry. Like it's not the kind of chicken that I would want to eat. Like it's like y'all could have done better with that chicken. But the macaroni and cheese in the greens was A1. Period. It was A1. So what I can say is that the OLG will pretty much be very hit and miss with the food. I'm not gonna sit up here and give it an A or a B. It was a high C. That's what I say. I've had better. That's what I say. Now, would I ever go back to the OLG? Maybe. Will it be somewhere that I'll be rushing to go? Nah. But it was alright, you know. It ain't horrible, but it was alright. Like, I expected better than that. But, you know, to each his own. Maybe I'll go to Blaze and see what they giving. But OLG was that's it. But that's all I can say about that. But y'all, with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, and also be sure to share the video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. Okay. Be sure to follow me on all social media. My social media will be down below, Twitter and IG down below. I do follow back on IG, not Twitter, because I don't be on Twitter like that. Only when the show comes on, I be on Twitter. But I'm always posting on IG. Y'all better let them know I post every day on IG. So yes, please follow me on IG. If you want me to follow you back on IG, just hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag message Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back because it lets me know that you're a part of the Team Scotty crew, the Team Scotty family, the Team Scotty community. I love my Team Scotty fans. Not fans, Team Scotty supporters, okay? So with that being said, let me get up and go to work, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.